Good morning, Quadcopter 101, and I have an interesting review for you today. But before we get started, let me get my shout-outs out of the way. Today's shout-out goes to Oxygen Plays. Oxygen Plays was the first to say first in one of my recent videos, so thus he wins a shout-out. Congratulations, Oxygen Plays. Okay, what I got for you today is the Syma X8 Pro. Now, this has been out for a while, but unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to review it just until today. Now, I've seen others' reviews of this, and I see, there are potentially some issues with this, and we're going to see if I can confirm those issues here. Now, when Syma released this, they've introduced some design improvements and some setbacks, and I'm going to go over some of them here. First off, they come up with a neat idea of snap-on components like the legs. They can snap on and off easily. Even the propellers are relatively easy. You got to pry this off, and they also snap on. Where before with the Syma X8 Pro, you had these pins you had to fiddle with. But there also have been some design stepbacks, in my opinion. With the X8 Pro, both of these, the X8 Pro and the original X8C, are brushless motor quadcopters, and they use the same style of motor. Unfortunately, what they have done with the X8 Pro, now the X8C, it was very easy to change a motor. If you had a motor fail, it was just 3 screws on the bottom of the pod here and 2 screws on the top, and you could pop off the pod and the motor and change a motor within like 5 minutes. Plug in a new motor and you're good to go. That's not the way with this one here. This one here, if you had to change a motor, you have 2, 4 times 4, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 exterior screws, along with quite a few interior screws that you have to remove before you can actually pop off the motor. And additionally, the original X8C had a plug-in motor. This one's soldered, so you're going to have to solder the new motor into place, and it's going to take you up to an hour, maybe over an hour, to change a motor on this, unfortunately, where in the past it was just a simple 5-minute job. I don't know why they did that, Syma. What were you thinking? Additionally, Syma X8C had a generic battery with banana plugs that you could, get additional batteries for, cheap batteries, easy to replace. They decided to go with this proprietary battery. I don't know what they were thinking, other than, they want to be the ones to sell the batteries, but that's what it is. Now, this does have a 720p HD camera with a swivel lens that can be moved up or down, that transmits FPV via 2.4 gigahertz to your phone, so you can receive video on your phone, Wi-Fi FPV video, and additionally records to a microSD card. To try to eliminate Wi-Fi lag that you normally see with Wi-Fi recorded video on your phone. So, those are some improvements. But that FPV video is viewed via the Syma FPV app, which is a very basic FPV app. There is no telemetry. Now, this is a GPS bird. You should be able to view telemetry information, but it's not available with the Syma X8 Pro. Like range, distance. Where's it at? How far out is it? How fast is it going? You're not going to see that information, unfortunately, with this particular aircraft, because they did not update the app to include telemetry. So that's another unfortunate. Okay, that's the drone. Let's go over the transmitter. The transmitter's actually not too bad. You have up and down control of the camera lens right here by pressing these buttons here, down and up. You start the photos and videos by pressing this button here, although I'm not sure these actually work since this is a Wi-Fi FPV quadcopter. I think we're going to need to use a Syma FPV app to start and stop the video. You has return to home. That's one good thing. You pressing this button here, and it will come back and land if you lose sight of the quadcopter. Additionally, if you fly out of range of the transmitter, it will come back and land also, along with, I believe, also on low battery, it'll come back and land. It has automatic takeoff, automatic land, which you activate by pressing this button here. And does have headless mode, which you activate by pressing and holding down on the pitch roll sticks. quick press of the pitch roll sticks changes the rate of the quadcopter, the speed of the quadcopter. So if you want it to go faster, press that button and give it full pitch, and it should go faster than before. Additionally, you need to do you need and should always do a compass calibration before each and every flight. And to do such, you activate the compass calibration by bringing this stick down and inboard, along with doing a quick press on the return to home button. And I'm going to show you that here shortly, how to do that. So let's go for a flight of the X8 Pro and see how it performs. Hope you enjoy this flight. Now to start it up, let me put it center on the pad here, and press and hold the start-stop button. And the lights come on, and I am going to turn the transmitter on and connect it, and the lights go steady. The back green lights are showing your GPS status. Right now it's searching for GPS with the blinking green lights. The front red lights give you your status of your compass calibration when you're doing compass cal. And let me put it in the shade so you can see the red lights. Now we're going to bring the stick down and inboard and do a quick press of return to home. And you should notice the lights start blinking slowly. That means that you need to do horizontal turns of the quadcopter. About 5 until those lights start blinking rapidly. I think that's 2. I think that's 3. And there we got rapid blinking. Now we can do vertical turns with the nose up. And that's about 5 to 7 turns until the lights go steady. 1, until the red lights go steady. 2, oh, got it. 3 turns. That was pretty quick. So we should be good to go. And double checking we're good to go. We see we got green steady light on top, so that means we have GPS lock. Now that's another thing about this, the Syma FPV app. It doesn't tell you your GPS status, you know, how many satellites you got. All we know right now is we got a minimum number needed to take off. So I'm going to open up the app and we'll go for a flight now. Okay, we have the Syma FPV app open, and as you can see, it's very basic. And we're going to start recording by pressing the app recording button. And let's press the video button and see if that changes anything. Nope. And actually, let's take off. Let's do automatic takeoff and see how our position hold is. Well, it seems relatively stable. Let me get into the picture, go up a little bit higher. Come down a little bit lower. Got a wind picking up here. It's a thermal wind. And say, I like my shirt today, folks. Now with that wind, notice something here. Look at that. Look at that. Whoa. I just put it in headless mode to see. Okay. Notice that roll. Okay, I stopped that, what do you call it, toilet bowl effect by giving it a little bit forward push. But with that wind, when that gust of wind hit that started, look, and it's doing it again. Toilet bowl oscillation picking up again. Let me go up higher so we don't hit anything while it's doing that. But look at that. I am not doing anything, folks. Okay, let's see if I can stop it again by giving it stops it again by giving it a little bit of pitch. But notice the weird toilet bowl effect that this thing can do. And other folks have noted that also. Okay, I'm going to again stop it again by giving a little bit of forward push. We'll go up a little bit higher for safety's sake. And just let it hover there. And I gave it a good compass calibration. Now, you know, I think there is a design flaw with this particular quadcopter, unfortunately, in that its GPS system might not be installed correctly. And again, I'm not the only one that's experienced this. Others have. But let's go for a flight of this thing. I'm going to give it a little forward push again. That stops that weird gyration. Let's go up. Right about there. Oh my. Okay, forward push, and let's rotate and see if that stops it. I'm going to rotate the quadcopter. Showing the area. Rotating the quadcopter also seems to stop that issue. Actually stops it very well. So if you notice the weird wobble, the toilet bowl wobble, all you need to do apparently is give it a little bit of rotation. Let's see if that's true. Let's go out this way a bit. Go up higher. Go up higher. Right about there, and rotate. As long as I give it some control input, particularly yaw, that seems to stop that toilet bowl effect. It's unfortunate that you have to do that, but that seems to do it. Okay, so let's bring it back down and fly around the area. Let's go outbound, and what we want to try, we'll go over this way here. I'm giving it a little bit of yaw so it doesn't do that weird toilet bowl. Always give it a little yaw. We'll plop it there. And what we want to try is that return to home. Pressing the return to home button. I got to hold it down? Yeah, you got to hold it down until you hear the beep. It's climbing. It appears to be climbing. And what's it going to do next? It's going to come home. It just stopped itself there. I got to press that again. Pressing the return to home button. I'm holding the button down. It was doing a weird thing, gyration on its way back. Okay, rotating. Again, that stopped it. So we're going to bring it back manually. My return to home does not seem to work very properly. That's unfortunate too. Coming back, coming back. How about the, let's go overhead. Bring it over toward me. And let's lower the gimbal or camera. There I am. It goes up in steps. So that's working. Hello up there. I can see myself. And it's not wobbling right now. I don't know why. But again, when it wobbles like that, you need to give it yaw. And that seems to stop it. Let's go outbound again and try another return to home. Over here. Plop it there. Then I'm going to do a rotate to stop any gyration wobbles. And it seems to be doing a return to home right now. And I didn't initiate the return to home, so I think it's doing it automatically because of low battery. It's trying to come back, but now it's going who knows where. So I'm going to take over manual flying and bring it home. We're going to land it wherever it's at. Where's that takeoff land button? Trying to bring it home. Bringing it home. So yeah, there's some issues with this, and I'm not the only one that's experienced these problems with this particular quadcopter. There have been others. I'm going to see if I can get it as close as I can to the landing pad. But again, if it does the weird wobbles, land. Doesn't like to do perfect landings either. But, okay, let's see here. Let me make sure I got all the videos. Let me stop the video recordings. And that should be that. So that is the Syma X8 Pro. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this quadcopter. I'm sorry. There's been, Syma didn't think this one quite through when they were designing it. And unfortunately, there are some issues with it. Mainly that wobble. I'm not the only one that's experienced that. Just about everybody that I've seen that reviewed this has experienced that same wobble. Return to home didn't work very well either. It went, I don't know where it was going. It's probably because, again, I think the GPS might not be installed properly. So anyways, that's the X8 Pro. Hope you enjoyed this review. This is Quadcopter 101, signing out.